All right. So I just came from watching Mission Impossible. And y'all, let me tell you something. First of all, I'm going to tell you, I wish they would never told us this was going to be a part 1. I mean a part 2. Because now we know that it's not going to end right. You know, it's not going to end good. It never ends good. So if they just would have had this as a regular movie, because the way it ended, I was like, oh, come on. But see, I already knew. So, like, I was waiting for it to end because I knew it was going to end. And I just didn't know where it was going to end. But if they would have just left it the way it was, if they would have left it as just a single entity, then that would have left a lot of anger, but a lot of anticipation for the next one. So, get into the movie. First thing I'm going to say about this movie is I do believe that it's telling a story. I do believe that the storyline is well thought out. I'm not going to say, I mean, I wasn't looking for holes in the storyline on the plot line because I was too wrapped up in the movie. I was too wrapped up in like, what's going to happen? How's it going to happen? There were a couple of fight scenes, a couple of things that didn't add up. But other than that, how they told the story and how it connected, I like, because it was making sense, and it led me more to follow or fall into the make-believe world of Mission Impossible. That and Tom Cruise is getting too old. I think he's like 60. It's in his face. You can't hide it. It's in his face. The other thing is, if you saw Transformers Rise of the... No, not Transformers. Fast and Furious. That's what it was. They filmed in that same exact square where that big round ball was going and busting down into that little fountain. They filmed in that same area. So I was like, this is crazy. I wonder if there was a scheduling conflict of how they filmed and when they filmed it. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. So, I mean, there's not too much to say. There was, I don't know if there is a woman there were some flashbacks to like the original, very first Mission Impossible. But there was a woman in there that's supposedly been in other movies. So I got to go back and look and see. But, yeah, other than that, they're tying stuff in pretty good. And, yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh, okay. So let me tell you. And it's funny how this is all coming to play because in 2020, I'm not going to say nobody knew this. But recently, probably within the last month or so, social media has been in uproar about this new AI thing going on. About how it can write scripts, answer your chat. What's it called? Chat GPT. Right? That new thing, AI. AI is taking over everything. And there's a commercial that I saw at the movie theater with J-Lo. And you can embody J-Lo by being her with the whole metaverse thing, and your voice will sound like her. It was funny. It was interesting. AI is really becoming a nuisance. A lot of people don't see it. They see it for the good it can do. Obviously, anything that they create most likely they will create for goodness. But you always have the military complex and everybody else and the scammers in Africa, Nigeria, and all them other places that's going to use it for bad. But what I will say is that this movie is all about AI. And yeah. And you know, like back in the day, the early 2000s, I guess. I can't think of any movies though that had it. Time traveling. It's, you know, a computer knows what you're going to do because it calculates all the possibilities. of the situations and decisions that you make. So it prepares for every last one of them. So the only way to make a decision is you can't plan anything. You have to live in the moment and then make a spur of the moment decision. Just like if you go back to the future, or if you go into the past. No. Nope, take that time traveling out of it. It's like if you're fighting a version of yourself, and the version of yourself knows what every move you're gonna make. The version of yourself knows every move you're gonna make. So you're fighting yourself, and if you fight yourself, you're never gonna win because you know what you're going to do. So you have to not be you, which is kind of sort of like with the AI thing. You can't think. I mean, you have to think logical because that's how AI thinks. But then you have to do something illogical, something that it doesn't expect, because AI is all about knowing who you are. Okay, I think I rambled on enough. Anyway, that's what the movie's about. So that's about it. Holla back.